I tell you one thing we've learnt from this. If there is a God, he is a really terrible dystopian sci-fi writer. Like, he should give up now. This stuff is ridiculous. I mean, why? Oh, you're going to unleash the virus, right? It's going to be in the richest nation on earth, but it's also just going to happen to be the one with the most inequality in the entire developed world, with almost no public healthcare system of which to speak. And you know what's more? You're going to make the president of that nation a demented gerbil on crack who finally gets to fulfill their life's greatest desire to be return America to #1 in something. It just so happens to be numbers of plague victims being buried in mass graves in New York City, built by prison labour. I mean, for God's sake, man, it's a bit over the top. Yeah, that's a little too OTT. Seriously, man, come on. I mean, what? Oh, right, I get it. There's private companies, that provide badly needed protective equipment that can keep healthcare workers alive. I don't know if they're going to charge them with exorbitant prices, super profiteering, so they can't be afforded, and healthcare workers are going to die, the very people the rest of humanity needs to stay alive. Yeah, man, we get it. As social criticism goes, it's not exactly subtle. Sure, corporations are evil. It's in the DNA. God, we get it. Jesus Christ, that's as subtle as some protest folk singing with an acoustic guitar wearing a fedora. I mean, come on. Give us a little bit of credit. Jesus. Oh no, God. Here we go. Yeah, Germany, yeah. Denying, in the European Union, denying badly needed funds to European states who were worse hit by the crisis. Greece 2012, anyone? It's just the Greece plot rewarmed. Do you think we won't notice you're repeating yourself? Christ almighty. Then you think it can't get worse? Then we got Boris Johnson. Nearly dies. Of course he does. Of course he nearly dies. He nearly dies, but the heroic nurses 24/7 standing over his bed keep him alive. And then when he finally gets better, he gives him a round of applause. Boris fucking Johnson, who was part of the government for 10 years, kicking the living shit out of the NHS and trying to flog the random bits of debris that's left off the American vulture capitalists. Applause to healthcare workers. Jesus God, you need to get yourself a better script editor. You need a script editor who'll tell you to your face that this stuff stinks. These are ridiculous ideas. Boris Johnson applauding healthcare workers. Who do you... I don't know. Look, I mean, if we put aside any question of God or anything like, I think whatever your religious beliefs, I think we can probably all agree that this actual social and economic system that's proving itself to be amoral and having zero conscience whatsoever, that's something that has been built pretty much entirely by humans. We've created this system, which therefore follows logically we can change it. Something to think about in lockdown while you have a few beers. This is either way, those who watched the last one, you'll notice I was drinking 4 pints. This is a James Squire Pale Ale. The 4 pints people didn't come through with the sponsorship. I'm appealing to the consciences of James Squire. Seriously, like, I don't want to be going to the bottle shop every day. It's not safe these days. You know, for me, come through.